What are you doing? You playing in the garden? Mickey. Mickey. Oh my gosh, it's happening. I'm so excited. I really didn't think that I was gonna get black hollyhocks this year. I had a seed packet last year that had really poor germination rate, so they were discounted when I bought them. And I have at least one. The biggest of the hollyhocks is a black hollyhock. Ah! The garden looks so pretty. I won't show you what the yard looks like, but there's a storm. It's about to come in. So these two beautiful ones came out of the in-ground garden, and then I'm gonna harvest this weird one out of the green stalk, which this one in the green stalk, the bulb part is just as big, I think, but the foliage didn't do so well. Oh, sorry, I'm not even filming the right way. The bulb is probably just as big. It also got stabbed by a pencil, but we can eat that anyway. Just as big as far as the root part goes, but the foliage not nearly as big. So that's kind of interesting. So look at that. That looks about almost the same size. Not quite the same shape though. It's like much more round and kind of flat on the top, and these ones are much more round. And foliages are totally different sizes also. These leaves are really puny. My house is an absolute disaster, but this needs to happen. These plants are getting out of control and I need to be outside before my baby wakes up. I'm gonna show you this really quick though. These are so pretty. Oh, can you even handle that, you guys? So gorgeous. So going down here through my messy yard, tell you what, little people and a little puppy dog, our dog Bones, oh I need the string, gosh, I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Our dog Bones is almost 5 months old and he is just as messy as the toddlers. His most favorite thing is cardboard, and he will shred any piece of cardboard or paper. This, my friends, is why we pinch our peppers. So when they have a good 2 to 3 solid leaf sets, you pinch off the very top, and it causes them to branch insanely and start shooting out more foliage, and then they get super bushy, and that's how you end up with a ton more fruit than if you were just to let them be kind of like one single scrawny tree. Like look at here, you can see, let's see if I can find it. That's where I pinched. You can see the little scar right in there. And since then, it's shot out all these little, what you call it, suckers and stuff. It's a little bit different than tomatoes. I pinched suckers on my tomatoes, but I don't pinch them on my peppers because we want these pepper plants to get super bushy. Whereas my tomatoes, I prune them down to 1 solid liter to allow really good airflow here in the bottom. See, this one even tried to shoot out a sucker from the very bottom, which I think I'm gonna leave that one. Sapphire, so rude. This goose does not behave well with being so close to the foliage of the plants. I mean, I guess you could say he's like pruning them for me. Maybe we'll just say that. Maybe we'll just say that he's gardening. He's pruning for me. But I'm glad I put this, Spencer put this little roof section on for me because he was pruning the peppers, and no sir, we don't want that. I didn't know that a goose would want to eat a sunflower though. And then look at these volunteer tomatillos. Oh look, this cucumber is trying to attack. It's getting crazy in here. Little baby, I can't. Little baby cucumbers going on. See, she even does it to the cucumber leaves. Naughty. Oh no. Incorrigible. I'm not gonna be able to change that. So I had Spencer put these supports up for me before he left. I'm gonna use the staple gun and I'm gonna string intensely right here because I haven't had it in the budget to go buy cattle panels yet because they're way more expensive than they used to be. And so I can get some support for these tomatoes. Last year, I just let them spill over the edge of the beds like this and it worked out okay. It got a little too jungly though. And I want to get them to go up so we can create like a tomato wall right here. So I'm gonna set you guys up on top of the little goose enclosure and we're gonna try to roll through this and see how much we can get done. So I also like to prune all my sunflowers at the base, I mean first couple feet, because they provide a lot of shade for all of the plants that are underneath them. These are volunteer sunflowers. I did not plant these. I'm gonna pop this guy out right here. He's kind of leaning a little hard. But like I've talked about before, I really like to prune the bottom like 12 inches of my tomato stems. It provides much better airflow and gets the plant focusing more upward to provide more like upward growth for more fruit, healthier plants. And I can see much better what needs to be pruned. You don't always have to have the big, fancy, expensive trellises. Sometimes, just using what you have and feeling proud that you made it work, even though maybe it wasn't the most ideal. Just try to organize these branches a little bit better. Get some of that pruned off. This guy can go. I just drop it in the raised beds because that was organic matter that'll go down into the soil. And that's always good for our plants. There we go. I mean, it's kind of working. It's not perfect, but I think it'll really help these plants. I do have tomato clips too, trellis clips, so I can attach those if I need to. Let me get this guy. Going up through here. Now I can see the suckers a lot better. Well, it ain't perfect, but it's working. So it's not extremely beautiful, but it gets the job done. The tomato is going vertical. These branches will start to go more vertical. Gravity will do that. The main goal here is that we just want airflow down in here. So the plant is pruned all the way up till like here-ish. So that will help with the possibility of blight. It'll keep the blight from really doing a bunch of damage. And the plant will go vertical. And see, this is why we need a cattle panel trellis. It's already to the top of the strings that I did. Because these plants, indeterminate tomatoes, can vine like 6 feet if you let them. This bed is extremely overrun with borage. And I've tried to plant other things in here that didn't come up, or the roly-polies ate them. I planted borage right here, and every time they came up, something bit the head off them. So I planted beans in here last year, which isn't necessarily the most common practice to do, to plant beans in the same place. But after the beans were pulled out, garlic was in here. There was a ton of different things in here. And you know what? I don't think it can hurt to try. At this point, there's nothing else really edible in here. I mean, yes, you can technically eat borage. And now that I say this, I'm gonna have to commit myself to researching what exactly I can do with borage, because I do have so much of it. It's beautiful too. It just self-seeded itself. I did not plant any of these, so I guess I should be grateful for the abundance of something that I didn't have to actually put the work into, which is part of gardening anyways. It's one of my favorite parts. Yeah, he's taking like 3 to 5 steps here and there. He's not, you know, walking everywhere, but he's definitely doing it. It's hard out here in the backyard though, because it's such uneven ground, you know. What? What are you doing? Don't pull those plants out. Oh, I can't reach. I'm gonna have to... No, don't get on the raised bed, cat. Don't do it. Scoot. Scoot.